We are halfway through the innings in this blockbuster match between the hosts, the White Ferns, and the Women in Blue. I'm Snehal Pradhan, your digital ICC insider. I have the pleasure of having Debbie Hockley with me. Debbie, first question. After 50 overs, do New Zealand have enough on the board?
Well, we'll find out in about 50 overs, I suppose. I suspect that they might have wanted another 10 or 15 runs, but clearly they've got runs on the board, and so at least they can defend that now.
Pooja Vastakar was brilliant, wasn't she?
Yes.
I mean, she dropped a catch, but effected a run out, took 4 wickets with the ball, a really strong second half of that innings.
She's had an eventful day, hasn't she? Terrific run out that she got to get rid of New Zealand's powerhouse of Susie Bates. Fantastic effort, and I thought her bowling was terrific. Those 2 Yorkers that she bowled at the end of her spell were wonderful, because I think India really needed them at that time. Yes, she might have had a little bit of a blip with a drop catch, but I think all in all a terrific day for her.
And for New Zealand, Amy Satterthwaite continues to be really inconsistent. The value of having a left-hander in that middle order, what impressed her? What impressed you about her today?
Just her calmness, I think. She is very consistent and she knows what she needs to do. I heard her say that she's sort of the player in the New Zealand side that the team bats around, and again, that's what her innings showed today, a really valuable 70 runs, and she just creates the partnerships. She probably would have been disappointed to get out as she did. It was a bit of a soft shot, but you're right. She's our only left-hander in the batting order, so having her in there for a long period of time really helps New Zealand.
Do you think there were a few missed opportunities, a few players from New Zealand who got starts but then didn't carry on? Sophie Devine was batting well, Amelia Kerr got 50 and out, yes. One big innings short?
Probably, and I think, look, when you're a really good player, you hate getting out for, you probably hate getting out for 50. When you're a really good player, you want to get 100 every sort of match, so I think someone like Amelia Kerr would have been disappointed that she got out how she did. Sophie Devine, gosh, she was striking the ball beautifully. So yes, I think that they would both feel like they would have loved to have scored another 20 runs each.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about India in this second innings. Of course, no Shafali Verma. That is the big change that they've made. Yastika Bhatia coming in. What do you make of that move?
I think it's a brave call by India, but to be fair, Shafali she hasn't had a particularly enjoyable experience since she's been in New Zealand. Yeah. Those warm-up matches against the White Ferns in Queenstown never really hit her straps. I think she might have had one score of 50,
yeah.
But so far she's not been as consistent as India would have liked. I think it's a brave move by them. You can't, sometimes you've got to be brave to make change, and that's what they've done today.
What do India need to do to chase this down? Batting second under lights, do you think they have a little bit of an advantage?
I think it's probably even Stevens. I think that, 250, it's a pretty reasonable score to chase down. But I'm really looking forward to seeing, India's batters. I think they've got a very powerful batting lineup. One thing I would say is I think that the New Zealand White Ferns are going to have to be really accurate if they're going to open with their medium paces. They've got to bowl a better line and length than perhaps what they've done on the 2 previous games. So it's going to be a delicious challenge. I'm looking forward to it.
On the bowling front for New Zealand, Amelia Kerr loves performing against India. She had a 50 with the bat. How critical is she going to be with the ball? 3 left-handers in that top 3, and she has the ability to turn it both ways.
Well, that's true. She's going to be important. Frankie Mackay as well as an off-spinner.
Yeah.
I think that she's going to be a challenge for the left-handers. So I think that New Zealand, they've covered their options pretty well with their medium paces. I know that because that they've got 3 seamers in their side, that they're going to want to take wickets early, and if they do open with all of those seamers, I can't see New Zealand opening with a spinner, but I think that the likes of Amelia Kerr and Francis Mackay are going to be quite valuable to the New Zealand side.
Well, this World Cup has been so entertaining so far. We've seen centuries, we've seen wickets. We have seen a wonderful first half of this game here at Seddon Park, and we, Debbie Hockley and myself, are looking forward to the second half.